Hey, what's up everyone? This is Reed Lucier coming at you. So today I'm going to do my very first segment of getting the gig. So I figure I'm a photographer here in Vancouver, BC. There's a lot of photographers here. I know a lot of them. You know, we're all getting gigs here and there, and I thought I'd just kind of document the whole process. So with that being said, this is part one called getting the gig. So this particular gig was a commercial gig. So what happened with this was I was going to networking events. So it's a Vancouver business networking event. That's every Tuesday, and I was going out to it and meeting some other people and just seeing what I can do, right? Like, you can only do so much online. Meeting people in person is way better. So I thought I'd go for it. And there's one segment of this networking group where everyone stands up and you got about, 10-15 seconds to kind of say your name and describe what you do, and the next person goes, and just so you get an idea of what everyone does in the room, and then when it comes to networking time, you can go socialize with that person if you want to. So I was sitting there kind of waiting for my turn, and this guy stands up, and his name's like, hey guys, my name's Garrett, and I'm starting a business called like a bartering business. Basically, you trade your skills for bills, right? So, this guy does this guy does this. They don't really want to pay each other, but they can help each other out with their own trades. So I thought that was kind of an interesting idea, and then right away I just kind of just sat there thinking, what's like two random professions that I could put together and try and make like a photo ad. I'm like, what would make sense? Just whatever reason came to mind was a car mechanic and like a maid that would like go around and clean a house. So I just grabbed my little notebook that I bring with me to the networking event and just kind of did this really rough, ugly looking sketch of just this mechanic guy with like a dirty house, and this maid he's opening the door like to let the maid in, and out the window is her car with like smoke coming out of it. So I'm like, okay, so I just sketched that up, and then, my turn came up. I stood up, just introduced myself. I'm a photographer, yeah. And when networking time came, it was funny because the Garrett guy comes right to me and is asking me about questions. I'm like, hey, that's kind of funny he came right to me because I was going to come right to you and I was going to show you this. So I showed him my book and I explained the picture, obviously, because my drawing's not that great. But I'm like, yeah, listen, this is kind of what I had. I had like two random professions come up in my mind, and I just sort of put them together and made a scenario that you could just do in one photo, and it just sort of makes sense with your business. And he's like, holy shit, man, did you just come up with that? That's amazing. He's like, let's do it. So, funny enough, we exchanged cards and chatted for like a couple weeks just to try and get the couple models, and it's funny because the location that I sort of drew in my picture was pretty much the location that he had in mind for like a photo shoot. So it kind of worked. I just flipped a bit. So I'll show you the pictures of it. And that's it, man. That's got a gig out of that. And now I have another person that I can network with, and he knows where to go to get photos. And he's putting a good word out. He hasn't launched his business yet, so I'm just waiting on that. But I'll show you the photo anyways. And that's it, man. That's part one of getting the gig. That's what I did. I went networking. I met somebody. I came up with a creative idea. I presented it to them on the spot, and they loved it, and we set it all up, and it happened. So, that being said, you try it. Let me know how it goes, alright? That's part one. More to come. Peace.